My McFarlane's Hellboy figure just arrived, and seeing it in the box, it looks so sick. So let's take a look at it. Here's the back of the box, and it is just covered in this really, really nice artwork. Here's one side of the box with the Hellboy logo in foil. Here's the other side, it's just a plastic window, and then here's the top. Let's get this guy open. Here's the inside of the box. You've got the card and the base, and it is covered in this really cool cryptic pattern. And then here's Hellboy with all his accessories laid out. I'm going to give you guys a better look at the accessories now. First up is the card. This has the same artwork on it as the back of the box. And here's the other side with information on Hellboy. Then we've got the base with the Hellboy logo on it. And now onto the hands. Already coming attached to the figure is the open right-handed Doom. And then we get a clenched version. Now onto his left hands. Already attached to the figure is an open hand. And then we get a hand to hold his gun. A hand which is a clenched fist. A hand holding a cigarette or cigar. And then we get his gun. Now for a better look at the figure itself and its articulation. So his elbows are double jointed, however this one was a bit stiff. I'll have to put it in warm water or something to loosen it up. And then obviously his other elbow is double jointed as well. There's also some really nice sculpt work on the belt, just not enough paint detail. And then there's the BPRD logo on the arm of the jacket, which is really nice. The head sculpt is also perfect, it looks like it's been ripped straight out of the comics. But now time for a better look at that cloth jacket. There are no wires or anything inside the jacket for poses, but it's really nice to have a cloth jacket. And this is what the figure looks like without the jacket. Some chest hair detail on the front of them. But now we can get a better look at the arm articulation. This figure does have butterfly joints, but this one was a bit stiff and then this one was a bit loose. He doesn't have much of an ab crunch at all, as you can see here. And then this is how far he can bend back. Here's how much his upper torso can swivel. But then his lower torso can barely move at all. And then onto the legs. Like the arms, the knees are double jointed, but some parts were really stiff. And then here's how much his leg can move back and forth. That belt is really restricting him. And then it's the same with the other side, except it's even more restricted because of that massive gun holster. This is how far his legs can move outwards. To be fair, I think this one can move a bit further out, I just wasn't putting enough pressure on it. You're able to swivel the foot at the ankle. And there's toe articulation, which is really nice to see. And it's a pretty decent toe articulation. And now onto that tail. You can articulate it, but its position will not hold. As you can see here, it just goes back to its original pose. Here's a better look at the back. And then here's how high the head can look upwards. As you can see, he barely can look up. And similarly to looking up, he can't look down, which is a bit disappointing. And expectedly, the head is able to do a full 360. Here's how far his arms stretch out sideways, and then up, backwards, and then forwards. The gun holster can be opened and closed easily, and the gun fits in there quite nicely. It's also very easy to take the hands off, but when I had to put hands back on, it required a bit of force. And then here's the range of motion that you can expect from the wrist. I think it's pretty decent. And then swapping out the right-handed Doom, it is so easy. I was just trying to twist his hand around and it came off. And it's also pretty easy to put a new hand on there. I do also really like the sculpt work and detail on this hand. It looks really good. When putting the gun in the hand that is supposed to hold the gun, I was quite worried about that peg at the bottom. It does feel like it would pretty easily snap off. So it was a bit nerve-wracking putting the gun in the hand. And then here's what the smoke hand looks like on the figure. It looks pretty decent. You can't really expect too much. My final thoughts of this figure is that I really like it. It's pretty hard to find an affordable Hellboy figure, and I think McFarlane smashed it. I'm being a huge Hellboy fan and loving all the comics. I am so grateful for this figure. It does look like it's been ripped straight out of the comics, and that is so good. The limited articulation is a bit annoying though. The fact that he can't look up or down is weird. There being barely any ab crunch because of his massive abs. But I think out of all the Hellboy figures I've seen, this is my favourite. I know that might be a bit controversial, and there's that really articulated one. I don't like the right-handed Doom on that because it looks pretty mechanical. I'm a huge fan of this figure and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. Let me know what you guys think about the figure in the comments, and I posted a posing video over on TikTok. That will be linked in the description, so go check that out. I am much more active on TikTok, so if you like this video, subscribe here and like this video, and then follow me over on TikTok. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Bye!